So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
White. Hey, Echo.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Red Delta.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Slam. 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 Say.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Check the backer. Check the backer. Check 30.
White.
31.
Red Delta. Behind.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go.
Hey, go orange.
Check.
Orange. Check 9. Check 9.
From the gun, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Watch the out. Watch the out. No. Off. Check.
Buffalo one.
Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, Delta. Hey, high 7.
Here's the 2nd-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They can't move the ball on us.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Alpha!
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, alert 3. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Play fake. Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Flushed out right. Now a stoppage here for an injury. And oh boy, that looks to be the quarterback, Watson. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready? 30 base. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Snap.
Throwing again on 2nd down. McCarron. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's McCarron. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Red! Red! Hey! Left! Run 8!
To throw, Rivers. Campbell making the catch. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No. Alert flare.
Run 80! Hey, Haywood!
56.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
That 180! Block 15!
Showing it.
Hey, Delta!
Check 24.
the two-jet bombers. To the two-jet bombers.
Wide.
Get behind.
Rivers on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
Kill.
Ready.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
Let's go.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal.
Wait, 89.
Rivers to throw this time. This to Hines on the drop-off. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
It's a party now. Check. Lucky.
12.
Switch. Check.
You.
Check 3.
Switch.
They run with Hines, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Got it.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. 50 wants the mic. Here we go.
Shotgun snap for McCarron. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Ready.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Watch the shot. 61, matchbox, lights. Hey, Charlie.
A.J. McCarron looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun here, McCarron. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Easy.
Rivers now. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. He don't want it. Check three.
The give to Taylor. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, Brown 80! Left!
41's the mic. Check 41. Watch the run.
Hey, seam 6.
41.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rivers. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Green 80! Brown 80! Buffalo left.
Tight end left.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Hey, watch this, watch this.
Check the
Rivers now to throw on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Off the play fake here. Rivers. And the catch made by Hilton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A first down throw here for Rivers. And he fires one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Tighten down. There you go. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, zoom. Check three. Check.
Throwing again. Rivers. He's going to go up top for the end. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Texans 7. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Down Texans.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, watch. You draw quarter. 6 down. Check 6 down. Go.
McCarron. And Stills bringing it in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Here we go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now McCarron. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Watch the 80 weapons.
Now it's McCarron off play action. Catch is made here. It's the rookie from San Diego State, Kahale Waring. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
And the Texans first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Miller. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Here's Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Get 180! Not 180! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Done!
They go play action. Rivers. It's Kelsey on the ground. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And that one is now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Cardinals. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Throwing on first, here's McCarron. He's got Fuller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
First down, Texans.
On first down, McCarron. Eluding the pressure, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw, it's McCarron. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On first and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 3-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
0. White, 89.
Taylor. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
180. Q.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
12.
Joker. Switch.
Left to right.
Check 37.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Flex.
Play action now. Rivers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Harris Campbell, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going.
He's got a man, complete. And they get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. That little bounce.
Lamar Miller, he's at the 30. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
41's coming.
Hey, Alpha.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Kill.
0.
Rivers. Complete to Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Don't get nervous. Shift. Switch.
Hey, Rocket.
First down, Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. And that's caught inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Draw play. This is Hines. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Oh, you got deep?
Hey, 79. 79.
56. 56.
Throwing, Rivers. He'll check this down to Hines. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
All day, every day, any day. 41's the mic.
Room.
Hey, check.
To throw, Rivers. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Load it.
56.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third.
390, 380, Red Delta. Hey, easy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Set, 180.
Must 56.
Get that. Orange 5-4. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Check 31. Check 31.
On play action, Rivers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Another try after the first down sack. Rivers, and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
We coming all day.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Mike 41. Mike.
Q. Five.
No.
Left. Done.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. This is Miller. And some room. Lamar Miller, 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3. He's cracked.
12. Switch it. Come on, switch it. SOS. Wait, hey, behind.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Keep it skinny. Hey, Rocket. What?
To throw again. Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
56. Mike. Right there, 56.
Hey, ready, sweetheart.
From the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benardrick McKinney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Go.
Check it out.
Hey, Delta.
No.
Now Rivers. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go now. 15 line. 61. Matchbox light. Ready.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
13 yards. First down, Houston.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a play fake. McCarron. It's complete. Stills.
McCarron's pass.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, and intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check 24. Check.
Following the interception here, Rivers. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. 23 yards on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Red.
Rivers now. To the right side, it's Kelsey. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A.J. McCarron looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
3rd and 14.
McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long. Shotgun snap from McCarron. And an alley to run. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Colts pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
56, Mike, 56. Watch the floor.
Rivers now after the fumble recovery. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike.
Hey, Rocket. Hey, exit.
41's the Mike.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Mike 41. We got to wedge that, huh? Hey, watch the leg. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Stripped up on.
Hey, 79. 79.
Switch.
Keep it skinny.
Check 3. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shift. Watch the shift. Hatchet. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, echo.
58, come on. Wildville.
McCarron looks to throw. It's complete to Fuller. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check curls.
Hey, high 7. Now.
Now McCarron. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Get off the train tracks.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Jim.
Look at me. Door.
Switch gears. Check three.
Go out. Go.
Back to throw. McCann. He's got Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Alpha.
Check 13.
Go for one.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
You go tight. You got plus the right. You got tight right there. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 3. Check. Hey, check 24. Watch.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check 6 guys.
Load it.
He's back to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey.
41 Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
Mike.
Get that ball. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's how the defense score points. On the ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.